Hey everybody, thank you so much for listening to Real Pineapple. Yay! Thank you,
Damn
thank,
it.
thank you. I'm here all week.
Every time. You
Uh,
always get me.
I know. What can I say, man? I
You
love.
never prep me for that.
I know it's more fun that way. This is Hunter, and I'm here with Colin. Colin, how you doing, my friend?
I'm good. I'm really excited for this movie we're about to talk about.
Yeah, it's everyone's favorite time on the podcast. It's time for Hunter to get on his knees and suck that Marvel dick, and I'm gonna
Yay!
be doing some true a sucking right now because
Marvel loves this time of year because they just like lube up that old shaft,
yeah.
polish up that old head, and they're just like, look out, Hunter, here we come.
Yeah, this is where Hunter bends over at least twice and goes to see their movie at least twice in theaters and give them a solid $20. And okay, so we were talking about this off mic. I'm really so look, the Marvel movies. I believe this is going to be. I think this is the 15th, and I'm gonna have to Google that. I think this is the 15th. Um, Marvel movie they're gonna have. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think it's 15. I
Is
don't.
it really 15 at this point? I mean, that's crazy. Well, I mean, so what are we talking about here? We're talking about any Marvel movie that isn't associated with like Fox or Sony, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like starting with like Iron Man going forward, right?
I'm counting 13, so I believe this is the 14th.
Yeah.
Mo-
And the original Iron Man is the first one.
yeah, we're just counting Marvel Cinematic Universe, so I believe that
Right.
this is the 14th. Sorry,
Yeah.
fifth. No, I think this is the
But
15th.
like Spider-Man Homecoming will be part of it, right?
Yeah, so I'll be like the I'll be like the 16th. Like
Yeah.
it's ridiculous how many movies.
It's basically like anything that can be possibly and will be involved in like the Infinity Wars.
Exactly, and let's just call this what it is. No one thought this would go 15 movies. I sure as fuck didn't think this would go 15 movies, and yet,
What okay, can I ask you like we're getting off topic, but like
yeah,
at the same time we're reviewing a fucking trailer, so like there is no off topic in my opinion.
fair enough.
So, what do you think like tell me honestly, what's the worst movie out of those movies?
Thor: The Dark World. It's not even a contest.
Okay, tell me bottom 3. Tell me top 5, bottom 3.
Ooh, oh god, you would do that.
Yeah, and top 5 is in no particular order. You don't have to put 1 through 5. Just tell me the top 5. What's the top like? What's in those 5 in no particular order, and then what's the bottom 3?
Okay. In my top five in no particular order would be Iron Man, Captain America: Winter Soldier, Captain America: Civil War, Avengers, and what would be the fifth one? Actually, I'd give that the.
Guardians.
Oh, do I like Guardians or Ant Man more? I think I would give it to Guardians by a hair,
Oh.
but I might replace that with Ant Man because I really
Okay.
enjoyed Ant Man.
Okay. I see you. So you have two. So you have two. Well, you have a Captain America, Winter Soldier, and Civil War. Is that what I heard?
Absolutely, those are the two best Marvel movies they've made. I don't care if
Those are the
anybody
two
says.
best. And then you have Avengers, Guardians, and first
I
Iron Man.
Yes, sir.
And then what's your bottom 3?
Uh, God, my bottom three would be Thor: The Dark World, would be Iron Man 2, and would be damn, probably. Oh, what would be in my bottom? I would probably say the original. Oh, Incredible Hulk. Incredible Hulk. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Is Incredible Hulk considered part of the?
It is
It
actually.
is. Is it?
It is. Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
It happened after Iron Man.
it did indeed. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, and that's the one with Edward Norton.
That is. Yeah.
Oh, really? That's part of your bottom 3.
That'd be my bottom. But it's like I said. It's
So
not a.
that's worse than the original Thor.
I think so. Yeah, I really enjoyed the original Thor.
And it's worse than. Do you like Iron Man 3?
I love Iron Man 3.
Okay,
I
but
genuinely
you
love
don't
it.
like Iron Man 2.
Iron Man 2 is not a. It's not
It's
as
in
bad.
your bottom three.
It's in the bottom three, but the problem is Marvel's gotten to the point where everything is so good, I have to start knocking stuff down. And Iron Man 2,
Yeah.
while not a great movie, I would watch it before I'd
Yeah.
watch Suicide Squad or Batman v Superman. So
And then Ant-Man is your first one out as far as top 5.
I genuinely adored Ant-Man, like so much more than I thought I was going to.
Wow. So I mean, like Ant-Man, like Guardians of the Galaxy is not potentially not even in your top 5. Like Ant-Man could take that slot. Like it's very like very close.
It could, yeah.
Wow. Okay. I see where you're coming from.
I'm curious. What is your bottom three in your top five? I'm very curious now since you bring that up.
Oh, I don't know if I'm very opinionated on the matter. I was more curious what yours was. I think I definitely agree with you where I say I think you know what, to be honest with you, I think I'd put the first Captain America in my bottom 3.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't really like it. Yeah, Winter Soldier and Civil War are definitely like in my top 5.
Okay.
Like no doubt about it. But I think the first Captain America is like. I don't know. I don't really love it. I definitely don't love Dark World. I kind of like the first Thor because of Natalie Portman. I think she saves it.
Okay.
And then yeah. So I don't know if she's so I would think I would agree with you. I would think I would put the first Captain America, the Thor Dark World, and then oh man, and then I would think I would put Age of Ultron.
Really? Over Iron Man 2? I'm surprised.
Yeah, I kind of like. I mean, I don't love Iron Man 2, but I think I like Iron Man 2 more than Age of Ultron.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, just my opinion.
No,
I
that's
don't.
fair.
It's not like a big thing. I think they're pretty close, but like I think I like Iron Man 2, but more than Age of Ultron.
Okay, that's fair. And I'll tell you right now, I think Black Panther will break into the top five because that comes out the next year, and I am probably as excited for Black Panther, if not more so, than Spider-Man: Homecoming. And I love Spider-Man, but Black Panther I think is gonna be the shit. But
Yeah.
but I gotta be honest with you, Colin. Like I know we always make the joke of me sucking that Marvel dick. Marvel hasn't really fucked one of these up yet, and I'm kind of almost afraid that maybe it'll be with Infinity War, but it seems like there's no end in sight with this shit. They keep making these really good movies, and I kind of
Yeah.
just and honestly, I think a lot of people, myself to an extent included, have been waiting for the bottom to fall out, and it hasn't. It's still
Yeah.
a thing, and I don't. And all the props in the world to Kevin Feige, who has been the one really navigating this. Iron Man came out in 2008, so it's been almost 10 years, and they were still
Yeah.
going with this shit. And
Jon Favreau, by the way,
yeah,
was the original director.
yes sir, directed
I
Iron
hate-
Man.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say directed Iron Man 2 and was also producer on Avengers and the Civil War. So he's been associated with the Marvel Universe. I'm very sorry. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, it's crazy, like just thinking of Jon Favreau. He's actually like done really well since then. He's directed some good stuff.
Jungle Book.
Jungle Book, very good.
Yes, it
Yeah,
was.
yeah, he did awesome with that. Which I think was still Disney, right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, Marvel, Disney, like he's just kind of moved on. He's still within he definitely wasn't like fired or anything. He was just kind of like he did different things.
Yeah.
Dude, I love Marvel. Like, I give you a hard time because you are a big fan.
I am.
And at the same time, I respect that. But at the same time, I love the Marvel stuff. And let me tell you, like, Guardians of the Galaxy, definitely in my top 5.
Yeah.
Of course. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, like, if the trailer is definitely like making it look like it's going to be, you know, like right what we're used to, and in the best way possible. Hopefully, it's not a lazy job. You know what I mean? Like where like the trailer is like all of the best parts, which has happened in
True,
the
true.
past. So like, you know, I don't want to get my hopes up at the same time because I know I've been disappointed in the past. Not you know, not necessarily from Marvel, but I mean I guess with you know, Thor: The Dark World was pretty
Yeah,
disappointing.
yes, it was.
Yeah, so I mean like it's not out of the realm of possibility to be disappointed. So I don't want to get too excited. But Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, I mean it looks great. Like Baby Groot, we talked about it. Like what do you like better? Like Groot or Baby Groot? Like you know, I think Baby Groot's got a lot of potential.
Baby Groot. The thing is, and James Gunn, of course, the writer and director. I gotta be honest, man. Slither, of course, he directed and wrote, which was an amazing, awesome like horror comedy. And then of course he did Super, which is genuinely one of my favorite superhero movies of all time, starring Rainn Wilson and Ellen Page. I think it's a and Kevin Bacon. It's a great fucking movie. James Gunn just gets this shit. Like he really is like Edgar Wright in that way. That he's able to take something so quirky that
Oh wow, that's high praise in
it,
my
it,
opinion.
it is high praise because I feel like James Gunn gets in very much in the way of Scott Pilgrim. Um, the Guardians movies are not quite Deadpool, but in the way that they kind of make fun of themselves and don't take themselves seriously, and yet
Yeah,
still fit into the Marvel universe, which I don't, which is a lot of fucking plates to balance, and yet it works somehow with this shit.
yeah.
And me and Colin, we saw this together in IMAX. Honestly, one of my favorite memories of Colin is seeing Guardians of the Galaxy in IMAX 3D. And as beautiful, and don't get me wrong, as beautiful as that movie looked, this looks prettier. It looks more polished. It looks like they probably bumped the budget up a little bit. It's amazing just how the effects have improved on Rocket, because Rocket looks even more animated than he did the first time around. And Rocket looked awesome, and it's really impressive.
Yeah, and James Gunn did the first movie.
He
Like
did.
he wrote and directed the first movie, so like he's proven he knows how to do this.
Yeah, I mean he gets it, man, and using the chain by Fleetwood Mac, it's just proving how wide I am that I knew that off the top of my head. But uh, man, what a great song to use for the soundtrack. And one of the things James Gunn has been really speaking to is the fact that hey, music plays an even bigger role in this movie, and I'm kind of like I can't even think of how music will play a bigger role this time around, because it played such a big role the first time around. And uh, I'm just excited. I'm horribly excited for
Yeah,
this movie. And
yeah. We get some more Nathan Fillion.
we do, and I'm very curious to see who Nathan Fillion plays. And there's actually a cameo from an actor who's from an Oscar winning actor, and I will not spoil it in case you guys haven't read up on that. But uh, I know we're talking about this trailer, but the last trailer, I think it was the Super Bowl one, where Drax is making fun of Peter Quill. He's like, "He just told everyone your deepest, darkest secret. You must
Yeah,
be so embarrassed." I love Dave Bautista so much, and he just looks like he's having a blast playing
yeah.
playing Drax the Destroyer, and
He's great.
he really is. And Gamora. Okay, I know we keep going back to Baby Groot, but that little part where Star Lord says Groot like buckle up, and Groot just sitting there eating candy. I'm like, you are just the cutest little tree. Like,
Oh, baby Groot.
and I hate myself to an extent because I know that Marvel is gonna be selling those Baby Groot toys like a motherfucker, and I know I'll be in line or just go online and buy one and be so excited, like, oh my god, I got a
You
baby.
better buy a baby Groot toy.
I'm going to.
Yeah, gee, or else you're not a fan.
Oh, oh, you son of a bitch! You really,
That
you
goes for everyone listening too. You better buy it.
you
Also, Disney, please pay us.
Yeah, yeah. Come on, Disney. We always just talk up your movies. Come on, but
Come on, we're sucking that Marvel and Disney. They got the same dick now. Let's come on.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, but
You take any check you write us.
But this movie, I mean, it looks beautiful, and Kurt Russell. So the one thing, I have not read a lot of Guardians of the Galaxy, but I do know a little bit about Ego, the Living Planet. I'm very curious how in depth they'll go with that character without spoiling anything. I'm very curious how they're gonna make this movie work, and they've said that there's no Thanos in this, so apparently we're gonna there just won't be any Thanos, but at some point,
Doubt it.
at some point, the Guardians have to team up with the Avengers. So I'm very curious how they're going to connect the dots, because we only have.
Wasn't there Thanos in the first one?
There was, yeah, and I'm just let's keep in mind, man, we only have 3 movies until the next Avengers.
There's gonna be they're lying. There's gonna be a after credits Thanos big scene probably.
It would be I wouldn't complain. I'm very, I mean, they're filming Infinity War as we speak right now, so I'm very curious how they're gonna balance all this. But
What's gonna happen after Infinity War, like the second Infinity War movie?
I genuinely have no idea.
What do you mean?
I'm there's so many directions they could take it. I genuinely don't know what they're gonna do. And I'm being dead serious. And trust me when I.
Are they gonna restart everything, or are they gonna like continue with the same actors? Like what's gonna happen?
Okay, I'm gonna throw one. I can't even call this a spoiler because
what's your biggest like prediction? Like if you had to bet money on something, what's gonna happen? Go.
Iron Man will be dead. They will kill off Iron Man.
After the end of Infinity War.
Yep.
Yeah, but and then they're gonna still keep going with Chris Evans and Chris Hemsworth, and
I think we will lose Iron Man. I think we will lose Steve Rogers. I think that the winner, Bucky Barnes, will step up and become the new Captain America. I think we will not have anyone wearing the Iron Man armor anymore, at least for a while. Those are my predictions.
Ooh.
Because Robert Downey Jr., people forget this. Robert Downey Jr. is expensive. And he's very expensive. And honestly, having him be willing to sacrifice himself in the first Avengers and bring it back, by flying up a nuclear missile, to go ahead and kill the Chitauri, it would be poetic to bring it full circle and have him sacrifice himself to save the world and help defeat Thanos. So I think that's what's going to happen. I think it'll be very heroic, but I think Iron Man's done. And I think him and Chris Evans, Steve Rogers, pardon me, will go ahead and sacrifice themselves to save the world, because that would be a perfect way to bring them back together and bring their arc from Civil War full circle. So I think they're both done. I think this is it for them, but
I guess my real question is, do you think anyone can continue without them, like any other character?
Yeah, I do.
You do.
I do. I think they've done a pretty good job of setting up Bucky Barnes as a very sympathetic character, so I think he's.
You think Bucky Barnes can have his own like blockbuster movie?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. Not even a doubt in my mind. I don't think they can continue Iron Man though. I think they literally have to kill him off.
I agree too. I don't think they can continue any of it.
I think they can. I think that with they've proven that Doctor Strange can make money.
I feel like they can introduce new characters and start a whole new like from scratch like storyline, but I don't think they can continue anything from like the original Marvel universe from the start of the first Iron Man in 2008 until like the Infinity War, like the last movie. I think there should be a clear start and end, and then I think everything should begin again. That's my opinion.
That's fair, and I think that they would probably do that if they had not gotten the rights to share Spider-Man, because I think they can build
So
around Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, I think Spider-Man can bridge the gap. That's the first thing that you said that I feel like that actually could happen.
Yeah, and I think that's exactly what they're gonna do. So I honestly, I genuinely
Because
don't
they get
know.
and honestly, with the fact that they just killed off Logan, spoiler alert, but like they just killed off fucking Wolverine. I think Marvel could take the rights to X-Men, and then that could be the future of Marvel Entertainment, is like recreating the whole Marvel universe with their own actors, their whole new like comics and storylines that they want to go to. Like, how cool would that be? That'd probably be pretty fucking awesome. Like, I would see that shit.
Yeah, dude, right? I mean, I
Like
genuinely,
get that shit away from Fox and go with Marvel exclusively, and do that after Thanos kills everyone, and then Marvel somehow like rallies back and wins.
yeah, I genuinely think that it's going to be really interesting to see what Marvel can do. Because I mean, Marvel, the way they've said that they're determined to go ahead and keep this storyline going. So I don't know if it's going to keep arching or if they're going to kind of end this one and do what you said and start over. They really haven't said, but um, I feel like they have thought this shit way through because they don't want to lose out on that Marvel money. So I think they probably have a plan that some of us could not even conceive. I mean,
Yeah, we're all talking about checkers, and they're playing chess.
yeah. I mean, if I was them, I would go ahead and throw out Secret Wars. That would be where I think they would go, but again, I could be wrong on that. So, um, it'll be interesting to really see where they go. And I think Thor Ragnarok is going to be a really important movie. They have said that they are trying to make that the Winter Soldier of this year. So if they can even if that's even fucking half as good as Winter Soldier, then Thor will be a hot commodity again because he's really kind of the lamest Avenger as far as the movies have been concerned. Honestly, I even though I put the Hulk movie lower, the Hulk has had so many great character moments in the last couple Avengers movies. It's really made up for it. But yeah, Thor I've been kind of on. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. But Guardians comes out May. Is it May? I think it's May 6th or it's May 5th. Um, May 5th. May 5th it comes out. So I will be I will be in theaters, super eager, wearing my Groot costume, my baby Groot costume, pardon me, and losing my mind. It yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this works out. But um, I will say I think this will be better than the second one because the villain already looks better. So, and that was my biggest complaint about the last one. So, uh, guys, how are you feeling about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2? Are you pumped for it? Are you psyched? Are you gonna buy Baby Groot plush like I'm going to? You should if you're not. Go ahead and follow us here on SoundCloud, The Real Pineapple 775. You can follow yours truly on the Twitter at JHunterRealPineapple. And you can follow Mr. Colin on Twitter at
The Real O'Neill.
and like us on Facebook and follow our other comrade, Scott Neerman at Neerman the First. Guys, thank you so much for listening. We will have reviews up this weekend for Kong Skull Island, which I'm mildly curious about. I think Beauty and the Beast comes out this weekend actually too. I think I'm gonna have to go see that too. Oh no, March 17th. Okay, so not this weekend. So yeah, so Kong Skull Island will have a review up for. I'll have a review up for Medea on the Run. God help me, and we'll have I will have a trailer review for Pirates of the Caribbean, the new one, because I really want to talk about that. Guys, thank you so much for listening. We'll talk to you soon.